Oh my God, watch out for me. Oh, thank God she didn't hit me. Normally, I do my best to maintain my lane, but I was trying to avoid this genius coming from the U-turn. Thanks. Not a lot of people have called me a genius before, but I did know I had enough time to get out there to get my chicken sandwich. With a lot of these responses, I'm definitely seeing why there are so many accidents in Corpus. I thought this was a group of people that actually have common sense, laughing about the ones who don't. But now, I'm starting to see that you're all taking tips from each other to drive even more recklessly. Just a bluff rat looking for some chicken. Hell yeah, my guy. No harm here. You saw them and they saw you. Keep it moving. Certainly not safe driving on their part. They could have used at least 2 safer routes to get to there instead of cutting out in front of people. If I had their safe driving abilities, there would have been an accident. I'm sure I wouldn't want to come across you on the road. At least there wasn't a lot of traffic and they didn't do it at 50 miles per hour. Yeah, no, that's what I said. He or she and their Chick-fil-A stop is definitely more important than you. Got it? What would Jesus do? Risk it for Chick-fil-A biscuit? Yes, probably so. Chick-fil-A has the worst spots, I'm telling you. Not like they had a lot of room to get over. You kind of have to do that. Girl, you cut the corner into the other lane to speed up your turn, otherwise you wouldn't have gotten close to him. I turned in that way expecting to maintain my lane until I saw him start going, and then when he went into the other lane instead, because it looked like he was just going to turn into that lane. It's called defensive driving. To maintain your lane, you stay in the lane when you're turning, which you didn't do. Crossed over into the next lane before you could even complete your turn. They had their signal light on, though. Hey, I mean, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. That's what they make brakes for. I bet you think a pedestrian has to wait when the light turns green. Way to tell on yourself. Thank Jesus for your superhuman quick reflexes. You shouldn't be passing over double yellow lines, taking your turns correctly, and it would have been avoided. Glad everyone thinks driving safely is funny. Ever think you might be part of the problem? Well, be kind and slow down and let them go. It would have been failure to control speed, and then you would have had a video of you switching lanes at the light, making a double wide turn. You said you started switching lanes at the light because you seen the car committing to the U-turn instead of slowing down and allowing the inconsiderate driver to complete their turn. He had already had his signal on, and then the cutting off part could have been that you switched lanes and drove into their blind spot. To sum this all up, delete this post. He did not start moving until I was already at the point that I had to go change the lane I was going into after the light. The person that was in the lane that I had to go to was literally right in front of me prior to the start of this video. That's not enough time between vehicles just to cut across, nor was it necessary to use the U-turn for that at all. Not enough time between vehicles in court only incriminates the person in the rear for failing to control speed of their vehicle. Guessing this was you with how much you're defending a reckless, pointless action. If you pull out in front of someone, you're the one at fault. It was completely unsafe and unnecessary. Learn to drive safely. No crime was committed except for the double wide turn. That's slander. You continue to incriminate yourself online. Maybe Facebook isn't for you. Apply common sense to your time spent online. Oh yeah? I'm incriminating myself? You're just worried you'll get caught. Stop projecting your ignorance onto others. Projecting your ignorance. LMAO. I'm done responding to this. Maybe you should just take the lesson to drive safer instead of freaking out and trying to turn it on someone else. Not necessary to use the U-turn. That's literally what it's for. Waiting at the light is for people exiting or entering the intersection street. The U-turn is called a U-turn for a reason. It's not the S-turn. It's not meant for people to cut out in front of traffic with the right of way because they didn't want to wait for the lights and go the correct way. Your corpus is really showing. They did make a U-turn, and your video didn't show them cutting anyone off. In fact, it showed them wait until the traffic had passed before they went ahead. But you keep making yourself look stupid. Get help, lady. No one here feels sorry for you. This is me actually responding. I was responding back to some of these like, I don't feel sorry for her, though I will apologize. Needed some grub. I don't know how I feel about this one though. I consider myself a genius. It's nice to hear it from some different person finally. No takes, backsies. I want to take this time to shout out to everyone who made this possible. All the people who said I was never going to make it. Obviously, you just have to exude confidence, all right? I've committed and strive for my goals. See, to me, Chick-fil-A means more than just a quick bite to eat. To break this down, I'm going to have to cut the word in understandable terms. Chick. Chicks love Chick-fil-A. This is obvious due to the reaction. She is obviously jealous I was going to be eating there. Filet definitely stands for getting in there and doing the dirty work. Pulling up and making sure we are working together to fill all the gaps. I repeat, get in where you fit in. Finally, I want to thank God. I'm sorry everyone is saying you shouldn't be complaining. I think what they mean is thank you for not running into my truck. Thank you a whole bunch. I stay busy, but since I'm famous for 15 minutes, reach out if you need your broken shit fixed or you need something built custom. I knew I was going to be on this page eventually. Most boring video I've ever seen. You're one of them that turn into the wrong lane and say other people don't know how to drive. Right on. Don't listen to others in here. Both of y'all are wrong. Them for not yielding and you turning into the wrong lane. No one was hurt and there was no accident. People make mistakes. All you can do is learn from yours and move on. Posts like this make me hate this page sometimes, LOL, but I'm here for the good reads in the comments. Just because you have a dash cam doesn't mean you have to post any videos someone makes you touch your brakes. Be passive on the road and carry on with your day. Laugh my effing A off. If you turned into your lane, he would have already gotten to the right lane. I'm about to go to a U-turn into Chick-fil-A. LMAFO. Flow that motherfudge. Yeah, man, this chick's crazy, dog. Just watch this stupid ass bitch. Oh my god, I'm 45 feet away! Oh my god, they're gonna be disastrous! Let's watch it again. Alright, 60 feet, 50 feet, 40 feet. Oh my god. Do you see how fucking aggressive I pulled out, dog? Yeah, this girl is, where is this chick even from? I'd bet $1,000 she's from California. And whatever, Austin. Pretty close. Holla. California. See that right there? King City, California. You see that? Patterson, California. You see that? You can't hide. You're from California. And I know because your wife is fucking dumb.